Good afternoon, thanks for coming. South Australia Police have seized one of the largest clandestine drug labs ever discovered in South Australia following the search of a house at Morphett Vale yesterday. Members of Serious and Organised Crime Branch, assisted by Star Group, searched premises at 38 Marston Drive at Morphett Vale, seizing approximately 120 kilograms of powder, which we suspect is methamphetamine, which is undergoing a manufacturing process. The seizure included what we suspect to be 11 kilograms of crystal meth, commonly known as ice, and there's further chemicals and powders totalling hundreds of kilograms were also at the scene and have been seized, but we are yet to confirm exactly what they are. They're currently being tested. The exact process being undertaken at the house is unclear, but it's likely that some form of extraction and recrystallisation process was underway, which is a very uncommon process. As a result of yesterday's activity, we've arrested a 36-year-old man from Seaview Downs and a 40-year-old foreign national who were located on the premises when the place was raided, and they've been charged with manufacturing a large commercial quantity of a controlled drug, namely methamphetamine. Both will appear in the Christies Beach Magistrates Court today. We believe that the 40-year-old man who was arrested yesterday travelled to Australia on a US passport. He travelled to Australia recently. We're currently undergoing inquiries to determine exactly what his identity and citizenship status is. Members of Serious and Organised Crime Branch, with the assistance of forensic SA chemists and forensic crime scene examiners from SAPOL, are at the premises today processing the lab, and they may be taken to tomorrow to complete that task. It's quite a complex crime scene, as you might imagine. This could be the largest methamphetamine lab that we've ever located in South Australia. There'll be significant forensic testing that'll be undertaken to confirm exactly the nature of the drugs, the chemicals and other substances that we've found there. As I previously said, we located 120 kilograms of what we believe to be methamphetamine, which included 11 kilograms of ice. The potential street value of 11 kilos of ice only is in the vicinity of $5.5 million. The street value of the total seizure at the moment is unknown, but it will obviously be substantial. We're undertaking inquiries to determine the source of the chemicals and the other materials seized. This investigation is in its early stages and will be ongoing for some time. This investigation forms part of Operation Atlas, which is SAPOL's response to the problem of methamphetamine in the community. And it's the way that it's a SAPOL-wide operation where we target those who are involved in the manufacture of ice-amphetamine. This is a significant seizure for us, and it potentially stops hundreds of kilograms of ice from hitting the street. It's really concerning that this lab was located in a quiet suburban neighbourhood. These clan labs pose significant risks. They have chemicals that are corrosive, flammable and toxic. There's dangers of fire and explosion, and it's important to note, or of interest to note, that there were naked flames and the lab was actually operating at the time of the raid yesterday. So it's a really dangerous proposition for everyone involved. This is a timely reminder for us to remind people that those involved in the production of illicit drugs, including ice, can face significant penalties. They can be fined up to $500,000. They can spend a life imprisonment. They can spend their life in prison, sorry. They can have assets such as houses and cars seized. So anyone who has any information about people who might be involved in drug trafficking are urged to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. So if you've got any questions.
The two arrested men, were they, you say the lab was in operation at the time, were
Yes.
they arrested on site?
Yes, they were arrested on site. The premises were searched and raided by Star Group officers yesterday under the direction of Serious Organised Crime Branch detectives. So the two men were on scene. As I said, there were naked flames, toxic chemicals, solvents, there was strong chemical smells. Very dangerous situation, particularly in a quiet suburban street like it is.
Would you expect there'd be other arrests connected with the raid?
It's early in the investigation, and it's quite possible that there'll be further arrests in relation to this particular seizure, yes.
Did the two men try to flee or put up a fight before being arrested?
They didn't really have much of a chance to flee, so they didn't. No, they were arrested on site safely.
And the US man, do you believe that he was here in Australia purely to be involved with the drug trade?
We're working through those issues at the moment, working out when exactly he came into the country and what reasons that might be, who his friends and associates might be. So we're liaising with our federal agencies, including Border Force, to confirm the movements of that particular individual and work out why he might be here.
What led police to that house?
Sorry, one at a time, please.
What led police to that house in particular? Was that a tip-off or...?
Really can't say at the moment. As you can appreciate, there's some sensitive operational issues, so I don't want to compromise an investigation that we're currently undergoing, but some really good police work by members of Serious and Organised Crime Branch, specifically Drug and Organised Crime Task Force. So some good old-fashioned detective work has got us to this stage, and there'll be ongoing inquiries from here that will take some time.
Can you say how, could you possibly comment, given the scope of the average and what this informs you about how far up the food chain you are with this?
Well, we can say that this is a significant syndicate, given that we've got 120 kilos of meth on site, plus other substances, chemicals, powders, which are in the hundreds of kilograms. This is a significant syndicate. So we are really pleased that we've been able to nip this in the bud, to make the arrests that we've had, that we've done so far, and to take this amount of drugs off the street. This is a significant win for South Australian community.
You may have said this. You say one of the men had a US passport. Was he a US resident or just carrying a passport? You don't know.
That's exactly what we've got to determine. What is his exact identity? Is it his true passport? What's his country of origin? Is he a US citizen? Is he in transit? So they're all the sorts of things that we're trying to determine at the moment.
Are there any suggestions that he or the other person might be connected with organised crime or outlaw motorcycle gangs internationally?
There's no suggestion that outlaw motorcycle gangs are involved in this, but there is every appearance that there is some significant organised crime involvement.
Is it a locally based syndicate, Mark, or are you expecting it's an international operation?
It's really difficult to tell at the moment. We're in our early stages, but it would not surprise if there were overseas connections, given the amount of drugs that we're talking about.
Sorry if you've said this already as well, but you've listed how much the drugs weighed, etc. But have you got any idea of the sort of money involved with this operation?
Well, as I said, just we've got 120 kilos of what we believe to be meth, and that includes 11 kilos of the crystal meth, which is the ice. That should be in the video that's been supplied. You'll see that in the bags. The white crystalline powder is the meth, and is the crystal meth, and just the value of that ice alone, the 11 kilos, street value on today's market is 5.5 million. So that gives you an idea of the money that's involved here and the potential harm that it can cause if that substance hits the streets.
So it was a drug cartel that could have been breaking in tens of millions of dollars, judging by that?
Oh, potentially. We're not ruling anything out at the moment. As I said, we've got to piece everything together, work out. We've got a lot of work to do yet to tidy this up.
The other arrested party, is that a South Australian local? Can you comment?
Yes, he is.
Can you run us through the reaction of the men when you guys stormed the house?
Surprised, but as I said, they didn't have an opportunity to run away. Our star group officers are very good at raiding houses.
Property?
Sorry?
Was that a rental property that they were at? Or?
We're actually just determining the link, trying to work out the link between the two men who were arrested at the address and the owners of the property. So we're just trying to piece that all together at the moment. The house was sparsely furnished, didn't look like anyone was living there permanently. So we're just trying to piece all that together.
Is the local man known to police?
Yes.
You've touched on this already, the threat that this poses to people living in that area. How dangerous is it?
Well, as I said, the volatile nature of the chemicals, the drugs, the naked flames, there's gases involved, there's production processes that are inherently unsafe, and to have it in a suburban neighbourhood like it is, it's a recipe for disaster. And as I said before, if anyone's got any information about houses in their neighbourhood that they believe could be involved in illicit manufacture of drugs, then please call Crime Stoppers, because the danger of explosion or gas leaks is significant, and that's happened in other parts of Australia and overseas.
You've complimented the police work involved here. Can you give us an idea of how much lead time has been required to make the bust?
At the moment, no, I can't go into it. There's some operational sensitivities around that, as you probably appreciate.
The 40-year-old, I think you said he travelled recently to Australia on his passport, US passport?
Yes.
Within what sort of time frame, weeks, months?
We're thinking in the past few weeks, but we're just shoring up all that.
And the whole Street value, like you say, okay, we get the 11 kilograms is about 5.5 million. Is that the 200 grams of powder, or is that translated into potential?
Well, the potential is, is mind-blowing, really. There's, potential for hundreds of millions, but having said that, we don't exactly know what some of these chemicals are. So we've really got to wait till there's proper testing and forensic analysis so that we work out exactly what those substances are. But the money involved is astronomical.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Just in a ballpark sense, I know you said you can't put a value on it, but the 11 kilos of the crystal is 5.5, and there's 10 times as much meth. Without knowing what the price structures are, we assume that's worth 10. So you're talking mid-10, sort of 50 to 60.
Look,
in that.
You can probably work that out yourself. I really don't want to put a figure on that, but as I said, they haven't been properly analysed, the substances, so there's a lot of work to be done in that space.